Check, 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 check. 1, 2, guys. Check 1, 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, 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 hello. Making sure everything's copacetic before we continue on. Alright then. Whew! Back on track. A little bit of a hiccup on my part, Twitch's part, whatever it was. The action now continues. Hopefully, if someone could be kind enough to go back and check past broadcasts and see if that last match did get captured, because Callie Maria versus B. Radford did happen. I was commentating the whole, you guys said it was all good to go, so I put down my phone and I streamed the match, and then I picked it back up and saw that you were all complaining again, so the match did happen. Hopefully it did get captured on past broadcasts, but if it didn't, basically what happened is Ashley Rain, who's supposed to be suspended, she was last week after striking referee Poe in frustration following her loss to Danielle Davis in the Extreme Rules match. She came out and hit Babe Bradford in the back of the head with a steel bat and then fled the arena before being taken down by security. Did it really go offline again? Or is Kylo just pulling my leg? Are we good? Hello? Check, 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 check. We good? Alright. Anyway, getting into our next match of the night, the O'Sparkle Twins are in tag team action. I should say flanked by Janet Tour and the returning Amy Winters, who of course got taken out and has been on the shelf for a few weeks after Riley Van Wilson came back and put the fear of God in her. But, well, everybody's been talking about what happened. Oh, what's this? On last week's episode of NGW TV, when the alliance of Riley Van Wilson and Xiao Rong defeated the Standard in a 2v3 handicap match, the shortest match in CMV history at 15 seconds. So you know the Standard are livid right now. But their chance to try and get back on the winning side of things, they take on the alliance of Jasmine Crossings and Kelsey Hayes, who have been very successful in their last few outings, although we haven't seen them in a couple of weeks. I mean, did you check past broadcast? It may have gotten recorded. The match might be there. I don't know. I can't check it right now. Depends if the stream actually just ended and it was lying to me, or if something was just up with Twitch. And here she comes, the inaugural NGW Women's Champion, Kelsey Hayes, who honestly kind of got picked up and dusted off by Jasmine Crossings. It was all those months ago after the House of Hayes crumbled due to Kelsey's jealousy about Sunny Octave getting all the opportunities at the Women's Championship. When all was said and done, Hayes was left by herself, and Jasmine Crossings kind of came along and said, hey, let me help you. And we're starting to see Kelsey Hayes slowly but surely return to form. They did run into a bit of a hiccup in that tag team ladder match against the Sage Sisters a few weeks ago. But much like the Standard here, this is an opportunity for both teams to get back on track. Damn. Reminds you of the early days of CMV. when I knew nothing about Twitch, and I would literally broadcast an entire show, like an hour and a half long show, commentating everything, and then I'd realized that it didn't capture afterwards. I did that probably like 5 times in 2K15 during Season 1 of CMV. Nothing like just commentating an entire show all for yourself. So here we go. The Sparkle Twins for the standard, trying to get the train back on its tracks, if you will, after the embarrassment of last week's episode. Switch around by Jasmine Crossing, starting off against, I believe that is Katie, yes, because I saw the tattoo. That's the only thing you can use to differentiate them, otherwise they are identical. Back to the power double tie-up. Even though the standard obviously have still the numbers game over the China-Poland connection of Riley Van Wilson and Xiao Rong. That didn't stop them from coming out here last episode and setting the wrestling world on fire. But with Amy Winters back in the standard, returning to full strength, something tells me Van Wilson and Rong don't have very long to keep running around. Irish whip to the corner. Ricocheting off the turnbuckles. Forearm smash again. Now we get a scoop slam off the ropes. Katie looking good right now against someone the caliber of Jasmine. Taken for a bit of a walk. Still to come tonight, though, guys, we've got Rising Star champion Blake Virtue returning to competition. Haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. He's going to be going one-on-one with Sage Autumn. This is an interesting looking fisherman suplex there. Aptly performed. Jasmine Crossing's turned towards the wrong corner. She just pulled a Dr. Britt Baker right there. She was trying to get that hot tag to the wrong partner. Maybe Poe should look into a concussion. Also, though, guys, Johnny Respawn one-on-one with Antonio Baleska. And in our main event, Jackie Havoc has got the opportunity of her career one-on-one with NGW Women's Champion Sunday Night But here we go. Some teamwork between the pairing of Crossings and Hayes as Hayes gets tossed off that top rope with an assisted crossbody. Katie looking for that hot tag. Irish whip again into the corner. Big old body splash. A win like this for the standard over 2 superstars like Jasmine Crossings and Kelsey Hayes will definitely help their momentum. Kelsey Hayes loves to dabble in those submissions of hers. Got the armbar leg lock combination currently. Katie might actually tap. Looks like she's trapped. She's got to find a way out of there. Oh, there you go. I honestly thought she was going to submit for a minute. She was in there for a long-ass time. Damage is definitely done. That was a slick reversal. I think a lot of people think the Sparkle Twins are just these henchmen who maybe can't hold their own, but they most certainly can. They are 2 phenomenal in-ring competitors. Look at that. Not able to hold a candle to the inaugural NGW Women's Champion right now, it would seem. Oh, can Katie get that hot tag before Kelsey Hayes nails this elbow drop? Gets out of the way. Now we've got a airplane spin off. I hate when she does this. I can't even look into it. TKO though. All right, that was a little bit of a twist. Caught me off guard. Certainly caught Kelsey Hayes off guard. Able to snap back to reality though. Hurricane Rana. Amy Winters watching from ringside isn't all that impressed with what's been going on in her absence. Knee in the face. Ugh. Oh my god, and then a knee to the back. Finally the hot tag is made, and it looks like Kelsey Hayes let it happen. She wants Casey now. Casey and Kelsey, head to head. And a tag to Chris Benoit's Ghost, making his appearance felt. Oof! The ghost elbow drop to the lower back. And that's going to lead into a backpack stunner. And Casey getting out of harm's way with that reversal, but not for long. Back into the corner she goes. Will we get a proper tag this time? She's trying. Nope. Unable to. Unfortunately, though, for Kelsey, sent far out of her corner. Katie just now getting back up onto the apron. Janet Tor and Amy Winters lurking at ringside. Gotta wonder where Riley Van Wilson and Xiao Rong are right now. What they're thinking. What their next move is. Snapmare soccer ball kick. Tag to Jasmine Crossing. Jasmine comes in with a stomp to the knee. And another one now. Flips around and the target seems to be the legs. Look at how rough Jasmine is. Ugh! Jeez Louise. Kicks out the knee though. Clothesline into the corner, getting squashed like a bug off a windshield. Jasmine though says, not so fast. Misses her grapple, and that's going to leave her wide open. That was a great reversal. Just said nope. Kicked her. They do an Anaconda Vice. Anaconda Vice locked in by Jasmine Crossings here. Casey going in for the arm. Even gets Jasmine down to one knee. Oh, Crossings coming back though. Punch to the midsection. Followed up by two more. Knife edge chop, blocked. Track to the jaw. And a wheel kick. Amy Winters is loving what she's seeing right now. I think the Standard really needs this win. Everybody is still talking about 15 seconds last episode. Quick commercial break by Snickers. You all know the deal. Jawbreaker. To the midsection. Followed closely by a snap vertical suplex. This is what I'm talking about. You can't count out the Sparkle Twins. They aren't just pretty faces. They can actually get it done inside of that squared circle. And some aggression as well behind those slams into the mat. Jeez. Are we going to see Twin Magic? I think we may. Twin Magic. You blink and you miss it. Night. Jasmine Crossings. But Kelsey Hayes there before even the count of one. Oh. Not sure what that was. She kind of just did a handstand and then fell. I guess she was trying to, kick Kelsey on the way down, but was a bit too slow for it, and a sharpshooter now applied. That's something I didn't think to see from one of the Sparkle Twins. She's got it locked in tight, too. Crossings may have been about to tap. Katie, though, releases the hold. Irish whip. Back into the corner. Another bout of Twin Magic maybe. Jasmine says no thank you. Grabs her by the hair. Slammed face first. Off that top turnbuckle. And Jasmine has had enough. Going to the outside. Oh, hang on a minute. I know what she's lining up for. Drive-by kick. Double boots planted on the side of the head, but Crossings getting the ring and pinner. What are you doing? There you go. Had to take a breath first. 1, 2, 3! And the unlucky streak of the Standard continues tonight. Jasmine Crossings and Kelsey Hayes able to pick up the win over the Sparkle Twins. And this is going to put a smile on the faces of Riley Van Wilson and Xiao Rong. I think Sparkles definitely proved they can hang with more high-caliber opponents like Jasmine and Kelsey, but despite that fight, not able to bring them to the victory here tonight. Something's got to give for the Standard. They gotta snap out of this funk. because they've got the China-Poland connection breathing down their necks. Up next, guys, in our tertiary main event, we are going to see Sage Autumn go one-on-one with the NGW Rising Star champion Blake Virtue. Still to come, Johnny Respawn one-on-one with Antonio Baleska. And in our main event, it is Jackie Havoc meeting NGW Women's Champion Sunny Octave mano a mano. But for Virtue, who we haven't seen in a couple weeks ever since he retained his title against Antonio Baleska just 24 hours after winning the Rising Star Championship by defeating Antonio Baleska in that triple threat along with Jay Young in England. Hungry to get back to action and prepare himself for Toronto, where he has issued an open challenge, guys, against anybody to step up and challenge him for the Rising Star title. But tonight he's got to focus because he got Sage Autumn ahead of him, and Autumn making headlines after what he did last episode of NGW, interfering in the match between Justin Gates and Ace Reeves, aiding Gates, and a victory over Mr. Magnificent Six. And even though we still haven't gotten any sort of explanation from Sage Autumn, I'm pretty sure we can all understand why he did that. Salty that he isn't Mr. Magnificent Six, even though he had the same opportunity that Ace Reeves did in England. It's not Ace's fault that Sage couldn't get the job done. And Ace Reeves was actually petitioning General Manager Ken Donahue all week long to give him Sage one-on-one here tonight. But after learning that wasn't going to happen, did send out a pretty ominous tweet saying, "Watch your back, Sage." So Sage should have eyes in the back of his head. I don't know if that's like rude to say or not. An eye in the back of his head? He's got an eye patch, alright? He only has one eye. That's what I'm trying to say. But don't let that fool you. Sage does not miss a beat in that ring. His debut here at NGW, he took NGW champion Dante Tatum to the limit. And he knows in the back of his mind that a victory over Blake Virtue here tonight could propel him into a future #1 contender's position. Shit, maybe he'll be the one to answer the open challenge next Sunday. And there he is. Blake Virtue capturing his first CMV title back in England. Victorious in that triple threat and even pinned Antonio Baleska, so that there would be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And even furthermore, defeated Baleska one-on-one the very next night. And that's put Baleska in quite a funk, but we'll see if he can get out of it up next in our COVID event when he's toe-to-toe with Johnny Respawn. Has Virtue backed himself into a corner, though, by issuing an open challenge, giving himself no time to prepare. He'll have no idea, just as we won't, who's going to step up to the plate. Here we go, Sage Autumn, Blake Virtue, one-on-one non-title match in our tertiary main event for NGW TV number 44. Kick to the midsection from Autumn, who is going to be the shorter man of the two. It seems like they're equally as built, though. Will we get a clean break? We will. A bit of sportsmanship showing early on. I don't know if that'll last, though, considering what we saw from Sage Autumn last week. Stun gun on the ropes. A kick to the back seems to just piss Sage off. Nice wheelbarrow arm drag. Oh, hang on a minute. Ace Reeves, he said on Twitter, have eyes in the back of your head, Sage, because I'm not going to let what happened last week go unanswered. Where is he, though? Hang on! Ace! Ace is in the ring! Ace is in the ring! With a what? With a bat! He just hit Sage Autumn with a metal bat! What in the hell? Now he's hightailed it. Blake Virtue's like, let me take that dub. Oh, man. Well, that's one way to respond to somebody. Freaking cracking him in the skull with a bat. Now that is how you get revenge. Blake Virtue tried to take advantage, but unfortunately wasn't able to get the pin off. My God, well, Virtue is actually able to take advantage now. Even though he didn't get the 3 count, man, he's just going in on Autumn right now. Referee Poe just doesn't know where the bat came from, but throws it out of the ring. Like, okay. Up to the top rope. Blake Virtue with his finger on the trigger. Oh, man, but went for that missile drop kick and it backfired big time. Seems like Autumn is finally regaining his composure just in time for an airplane spin. Oh, my God. Oh, come on. Come on now. I can't watch this. I'm actually going to get nauseous. Imagine how Virtue must feel. Oh, and then just drops him back. And falls into the pin. One. Only a 1 count, though. Float over DDT by the Rising Star champion. Grabs Sage by the hair on his head. Ace Reeves probably made it to the back by now. With a very shit-eating grin on his face. We'll see if his assist will actually pay off, though. Because right now, Autumn's in control. Ooh, handstand into a head scissors whip and a kip up. Hooks the leg. Oh, nope, not even a 1 count. Kick to the midsection. You know, some people might think because Sage Autumn only has 1 eye that his depth of field would throw him off. But, I mean, we just saw right there with his acrobatics, he does not let it keep him down or hold him back from achieving his full potential. Another float over DDT, and Blake Virtue just becking him on now, saying, come on, that's all you got? I mean, to be fair, he did just get hit in the head with a metal bat. Like, he deserved it, but still. I guess we all now know that when Ace Reeves says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. Mr. Magnificent 6. Not taking no shit from nobody. Back into the ring. At the count of 3 now by... Oh, 4. I was wrong. Sage Autumn. Oh! Gets welcomed back into the ring and the knee to the chest from Virtue out of nowhere. 1, 2... Autumn somehow keeps himself alive, but Virtue says, time to go home. Super kick, setting up the Shining Wizard. 1, 2. Really? Really? Alright, I don't like Sage Autumn, but any man who can take a crack to the head with a metal bat and still put up a fight like this earns my respect. Blake Virtue all knees. Got a Meteora. I love a good Meteora. Grabbing Sage Autumn by the head, gets a kick to the midsection. No, now we get a mushroom stomp. Kick to the top of the noggin. Sage trying to shake off them cobwebs. Get a sit outside slam. Bit of a side effect for Sage. Blake Virtue now rallying the support of this NGW crowd as he tries to once again put Sage Autumn down. Full steam ahead in the corner. Nope. Misses that side kick. Sage with a very interesting German suplex. Now he's going to the top rope. Hang on a minute. The one-eyed man gonna fly? Whoa! An inverted Phoenix splash. That deserves a clap. Will it be enough to put the Rising Star Champion away? It will! Wow! Wow! As big of an upset as they come after getting hit in the head with a metal bat by Ace Reeves in the middle of the match. Still, what the hell? What? What the? Alright, I'm a Sage Autumn fan. I don't even care. Sage Autumn, #1 fan right here. Monumental victory. And you know who's kicking themselves right now? That's Ace Reeves. I'm sure he went in the back like, hell yeah. Blake Virtue gonna easily beat Sage Autumn now, but no, instead we get an actually really good back and forth match, and Autumn somehow pulls out the upset win with a freaking inverted Phoenix Splash. For Blake Virtue, though, that's no good for him heading into Toronto, where he issues that open challenge for his Rising Star Championship. Nevertheless, guys, up next in our co-main event before we get to our main event, where Jackie Havoc battles NGW Women's Champion Sunny Octave 1-on-1. It is Johnny Respawn taking on the former Rising Star Champion, a guy I'm sure who just loved to see Blake Virtue take that loss, the Italian stallion Antonio Baleska, who is not been in a good mood since losing his Rising Star Championship and then failing to recapture it in a 24-hour span. And we saw just how frustrated he is earlier tonight backstage when Johnny Respawn approached him and offered a handshake, but instead Baleska shut him down and shoulder checked him, showing just absolutely no sportsmanship. Will that come back to bite him? We're going to find out here. Johnny Respawn, who already in a short time in NGW has captivated these fans, coming off a win a couple of weeks ago over the man who is coming out here with him, Danger Cat. Is Johnny Respawn even aware that Danger Cat is behind him? What the hell is he doing out here? Oh, okay. Nevertheless, Johnny Respawn gonna step into that ring against a different caliber of opponent, though, and Antonio Baleska. Now, Baleska still has only been beaten twice, both those times by Blake Virtue. And this is the first time he's in action since those losses. So Johnny Respawn either going to prove it's not just Blake Virtue who has Antonio's number, or Baleska going to prove to everyone that Virtue is just one in a million. How is the appearance of Danger Cat at ringside going to play into this one, though? Still confused as to what he's doing out here. I mean, him and Respawn had a hell of a match a couple of weeks ago. Antonio Baleska trying to get himself amped up. Every superstar at some point in their career has a slip-up. Nobody can take away the fact that Baleska arrived here in NGW and went unbeaten for months, ending the historic reign of Anthony Hunt as Rising Star Champion in South Carolina. I'm not counting the Italian stallion out. Let's get it on. Johnny Respawn. Antonio Baleska. Referee Poe rings that bell. And here we go. Meet in the middle of the ring. Nice hangman's neck breaker. Not a great kickoff for Baleska, but that kick to the back seems to awake the sleeping dragon. Deep down inside, comes back with a flying back elbow. Tries to go for another soccer ball kick. Baleska getting out of the way of that as well. Collar and elbow tie-up. Go behind, waistlock takedown, showing off a bit of a wrestling ability. Amateur, I should say. Antonio Baleska is the kind of superstar that thinks very highly of himself, and I think his track record in NGW since he first debuted only bolstered that ego of his. I mean, you can just take a look at his tights. Calling himself pretty much every flattering word in the book. And I'll say this, Antonio Baleska is a very gorgeous man, you know. I mean, look at that beard. Look at that man bun. Who can pull it off better? And he is an asshole, too, so at least the things on his tights are true. Reverse chin lock by Johnny Respawn, who is a much more, what's the word I would say? Much more humble kind of competitor. You know, even against Danger Cat a couple weeks ago on Twitter, he said, you know, I'm more of a dog fan, but hell of a match, man. Not getting ahead of himself early on in his NGW career. Here comes Baleska. Looking for blood. Tracks that coconut off the canvas. Jawbreaker followed by an arm wrench, hammerlock, elbow from Antonio. And a punch directly to the face. Now from Muhammad, get a snap. Tiger suplex. Dragged by the arm, full mount. Baleska just going to unload with these lefts. And a stomp to the midsection on the way out, just for good measure, I guess. Into the pin after doing a bit of taunting. May have been a 3 count, we'll never know. You wasted time, Antonio. Only the Juan. And a straight jacket. Ugh, gotta be one of the nastiest submissions that there is. Just utilizing the knee to dig into the middle of the back while simultaneously choking out your opponent with their own arms. It's sadistic. Antonio's got a smile on his face the whole time he's doing it. Danger Cat continuing to just watch from the ringside area. Snap. Tiger suplex now, or dragon suplex I should say. That's a full dash. I'm getting those confused all the time. I know things, alright? Irish whip from Johnny Respawn. Into the corner, tries to go high for a clothesline. Instead gets a calf kick. And back to the full mount. Now we're getting some rights. Antonio Baleska taking the whole ring with him. Oh, we've seen this before. Northern Light suplex. There's the incredible upper body strength. Oh! Respawn reversed it at the last goddamn minute. Now a Samoan drop. To the top rope he goes. The video game come to life. Looking for that shooting star press. 1, 2, but no 3. Baleska unwilling to allow this run of his to continue, at least not without putting up a hell of a fight. Johnny Respawn going to stay on top of him like a monkey on a cupcake. There's that jumping clothesline in the corner he was looking for earlier. Now he goes off the ropes, dunks the clothesline, and a leaping lariat on the rebound. Kip up. Stomp to the knee. Grabs him by the head, brings him into a seated position. Punch off to the midsection. This could be Antonio's last chance to get back into this match here. Arm wrench. Running at Respawn, but able to use his own momentum against him. Now we get a... Ooh! A freaking fireman's carry face buster. Nothing like getting slammed down on your opponent's knee, face first. Respawn trying to throw out those forearm smashes. Valeska doing a good job of keeping him at bay. Back elbow in the corner. Found its home though. Snap vertical suplex. And to the top rope. Once again, Johnny Respawn slowly but surely. Valeska's got to get out of the way. Because I think we're looking at another shooting star. Press double knees by Valeska. He suckered Respawn in. I'm going to try for that Northern Lights. Picked up into a final cut. Successfully executed to perfection this time. Valeska's frustration once more bubbling to the surface. Look at him. He's not just trying to beat Respawn right here. He's trying to beat the hell out of him. Finally content with the damage he's dealt, Valeska looks for one last shot. Respawn, though, not so easily defeated. What a super kick. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Man, Valeska, every single time he freaking comes out here lately, putting on these bangers. Respawn. Full Nelson. Spun into a reverse DDT. That's not all, folks. Johnny Valeska punched to the pec. Both men go for kicks, but Respawn's a bit quicker. And now Antonio, oh my God, with that modified sharpshooter. Look how he places Respawn on his side. Respawn again with the fireman's carry face breaker. Busting Antonio wide open. Not the money maker, man. Johnny Respawn at this point is looking around like, okay, what exactly do I have to do to beat this guy? And that's a question that a lot of superstars have asked when up against the Italian's talent. Stun gun has Respawn momentarily in La La Land. Valeska gonna make sure he stays there. Another Northern Light suplex final cut combo. 1, 2. Danger Cat's legs got to be getting a bit sore. Having to stand the whole time, but I'd be willing to do that to get a front row seat to a match like this. Antonio once more going to try to hammer that final nail to home, but again, Johnny Respawn reverses. Respawn not allowing Valeska to roll the dice tonight. Charges right at him. Valeska. Oh, Respawn's like, yeah, boy. Very proud of his own handiwork so far. And look at that perfect positioning. I do believe we have reached the end of the road. Shooting star press numero dos. 1, 2. Are you kidding me? And Johnny Respawn's frustration, understandably so, as even with a second shooting star press, he still can't put Antonio away. Again, perfect position. He's going to go for a third shooting star press. If he hits this, there's no way Valeska kicks out, right? There it is! Come on now. 1, 2, 3, and Johnny Respawn gets the win after a hard-fought match. Antonio Valeska came out here trying to prove that Blake Virtue was a one-time thing, but does not seem like that's so. Two shooting star presses in a row is what it took for Johnny Respawn to put down the Italian Stallion for good. Still confused as to what Danger Cat was doing out here. I guess we'll find out. Oh, look at that. Respawn's got blood all over his hands and everything. That's how you know you just went through the ringer. And are you guys ready? It is main event time here on NGW TV episode 44. Jackie Havoc, after her incredibly impressive performance in that tag team match a couple of weeks ago, got noticed by not just the NGW universe, but Ken Donahue as well. And he is now giving her this huge opportunity one-on-one with the NGW Women's Champion, Sunny Octave. We know now that Sunny Octave will not be defending her championship at NGW Checkpoint Toronto, but instead her challenger for homebound over Ascendance weekend will be decided when Danielle Davis and Piper Fox go one-on-one. So I'm not surprised to see these two out here. But in Jackie Havoc's corner, interestingly, is Chyna Sage, who earned a shot at the Women's Championship a few weeks ago, winning that ladder match alongside one of her Sage sisters against Jasmine Crossings and Kelsey Hayes. And I've been wondering these last few weeks, when is she going to get that opportunity? Ken Donahue's been pretty quiet about it. And after her, shocking win over Piper Fox last episode, even more people are saying, hey, when's Chyna Sage getting, her title match? What's good? So now she's coming out here to get an answer herself, it would seem. Going to be a lot of faces at ringside trying to distract both Jackie Havoc and Sunny Octave. Hopefully they can stay focused. I'd say it's going to be hard to do so, though. Jackie Havoc already proved in that tag team match a couple of weeks ago that she has what it takes to hang with the big girls of the women's division here on NGW. But if she can, imagine if she beats Sunny Octave tonight, the women's division is already overcrowded with deserving contenders for the championship. Sunny Octave even mentioned this earlier tonight when she arrived at the arena. She was like, I know that I've got a lot of people nipping at my heels. Octave, though, slipping back into her old ways since winning the championship, getting a bit cocky just in time for Piper Fox to return and try and put her in her place. But if Piper Fox wants the chance to reclaim what she never got the chance to, losing her title and then going right onto the shelf for 3 months, she's going to have to beat Danielle Davis in Toronto. Danielle Davis, who got her own upset win last episode, beating former women's champion Ashley Rain in that Extreme Rules match. Look at Jackie Havoc is antsy. Danielle Davis and Piper Fox backing the women's champion. Not out of support, though. Keeping an eye on each other and trying to do as much homework on Octave as they can. I can't decide. Even if I was to be biased and pick Danielle Davis or Piper Fox, who I want more to face Sunny Octave at homebound, I don't know if I could, because I want to see Danielle Davis versus Sunny Octave one-on-one for the first time. So many times it's been teased, but one thing or another has happened. Either it turned into a triple threat or Piper Fox returning. But then there's the never-ending saga between Piper Fox and Sunny Octave that never gets old. And again, Piper Fox never got her rightful rematch for the championship. And she was injured, put on the shelf by Sunny Octave. Jackie Havoc looking to butter her way into the discussion regarding the women's championship picture. here tonight, but Octave's starting strong with some high kicks. Power elbow tie up. Sunny Octave with a push Havoc at bay and a nice elbow to the chest. Kick right up to the sides. Leg drop to the extended arm. Sunny Octave, as her attitude begins to shift, her in-ring style does too. Much more rugged. Not really caring about the well-being of her opponent at the end of the day, so long as she can get that victory. I mean, we saw how she feels about the... How would I put this without making somebody angry? The women in the division who maybe aren't so up to par with the rest of... Oh, hang on, look at this. China Sage at ringside. I can't say I'm completely shocked that she's trying to get involved in allowing Jackie Havoc to capitalize with a nice back suplex neck breaker. Anyway, though, as I was saying, Sunny Octave revealing her distaste for who she considers the lower class of the women's division backstage earlier tonight, disrespecting both Rami Young and Xiaorong right to their faces, saying, you know, imagine a world where one of these two holds this championship. I won't allow it. I won't let this division be tainted. Vertical suplex from the apron and back into the ring. Havoc gonna give her just a quick moment to rest. Sunny Octave in the ring saying, come on, ain't no running here. Yes, a soda twist. You don't see those too often. One of my favorite moves. A hammerlock lariat for the lane. Now I'm a big Sunny Octave fan again. Another leg drop to the arm, and China Sage continuing to cause a distraction at ringside. Poe's going to have a tough time maintaining order in this match with so many people filling the ringside area, but Havoc is able to use it to her advantage once again. Knee to the back of the head, Jackie Havoc. Very proud of her own handiwork. China Sage is cheering her on. I mean, a loss for Sunny Octave is a win for China Sage whenever that women's championship match will happen. Wants Sunny Octave to be as unprepared as possible. Clean break, both women back to their feet. Oh, Sunny Octave almost sent herself out of the ring with the height she got on that attempted drop kick. What is this by Jackie? Oh, my favorite submission maneuver. Luckily, Octave gets out of it with the quickness. Someone's moving around at ringside there. I can't really see it. Look, I think it's Piper Fox. I saw that white hair of hers. What's she doing out there? High kick. Gonna turn Havoc right around. Punch to the back of the head. Irish whip into the corner. High kick right to the ribs. Now gonna put her up on the top rope. Oh man, this has bad news written all over it. Oh God, what? Oh, hang on. Oh! Oh man! What the hell? Well, I don't know what Sunny Octave was originally going for there at the top rope after Jackie Havoc reversed, but turned into a freaking, probably one of the nastiest code breakers I've ever seen. And that's just how great Sunny Octave is. She pats herself on the back a lot, but most of it is deserved. No matter from what position she can hit. Oh, China Sage, guys, has just thrown in a steel chair. Referee Poe has not seen it as Havoc goes for a pin and gets only a 1 count. Look at this now. China Sage distracting Referee Poe. I think she was trying to let Havoc use the chair, give her an opening to do so, but Sunny Octave is retaking control now. Jeez Louise, Papa Cheese. She is freaking going off. Now the Tree of Woe. And look at this. Knee after knee after knee right to the gut. God. Ugh. Just watching something like that can make you cringe. But she is loving these leg drops to the arm tonight. Sunny Octave, another Roar, trying to mark her territory. This is her women's division. Oh, finally sees the steel chair and gets rid of it before something dastardly can unfold in our main event here. Forearm smash. Oh, God. What? Sonny Octave is at another level. I don't even care. That was amazing. A freaking exploder suplex from the apron into the ring. And there's that signature singly face breaker of hers. Chyna Sage is desperately trying to distract referee Poe. Just in case Octave went for a pin, I guess. Jackie Havoc with a swinging knee. Keeping herself alive, but for how long, man? She's got to find a way, if there is one, to put Octave down. Knocked herself for a little sit-out facebuster. Hooks the leg. Oh, all right. It's getting to a point now where Poe should eject Chyna Sage. He should have when she first interfered, but now it's getting ridiculous. Sonny Octave had this match won a few times now. Octave was like, all right, though. There we go. Poe doing his job, throwing out Chyna Sage. But in the confusion, guys, Jackie Havoc just reversed suspended heartbreak, and there's the crossroads by Havoc. But Piper Fox, what's she doing? Why would Piper Fox not allow Havoc to pin Octave? The only reason I imagine is Piper Fox doesn't want even more competition going after that championship. And if Jackie Havoc pins Sonny Octave, certainly she'll earn herself some sort of future opportunity. Snapdragon suplex by Octave. Nearly steals it. Well, at least Chyna Sage has been ejected now. I think Jackie Havoc had over a 3 count, by the way. Dragged by the arm. There always has been that, like, underlining mutual respect between Sonny Octave and Piper Fox. They don't really often say it to each other, but you know who the wars they've had, there's no way they don't have that connection. So it may be true Piper Fox was just trying to even the odds there. Piper Fox is a sucker for that, fair play. Sonny Octave, I think, hitting her 800th leg drop to the arm in this match. I don't know what her strategy is pertaining to that. Maybe gonna try for, Havoc. Getting back into the ring with the quick, now going back out. She's not sure what she wants to do. Not having a good time in this match. Here comes Octave. Danielle Davis and Piper Fox keeping their distance. Don't want to risk any sort of disqualification. I'd like to say Jackie Havoc has continued impressing me in this match. Another dragon suplex. Sonny Octave almost knocking herself out too. Lateral press. As I was saying, I'd like to say Jackie Havoc has continued impressing me in this match, but you can't really tell because of how much Chyna Sage interfered. I would have liked this to be a straight-up one-on-one match with no sort of shenanigans. Dark Matter attempted by Havoc. Octave coming in strong with some elbows behind the ear, though, and a swinging neck breaker. Oh, worked so well the first time. Why not do it again? Octave loves going after people's necks. Just ask Piper Fox. Now we get a figure 4 head scissors. And Octave gonna play around with her food, if you will. That is some serious leg strength. I wouldn't want to get between those thighs. I'm going to crush my head like a watermelon. What she's trying to do to Jackie Havoc right now. Finally lets go after having her fun. High kick. Caught. Gets a kick up under the knee. There's that Dark Matter she tried for before. Gets it this time. Into the pin. One of the biggest upsets in recent memory this could be. 2.99999999999. Now an elbow to the top of the head. Goes for the leg again. Gets a kick to the knee. Whoa. Jackie Havoc like a brick wall, just taking that kick. Hammerlock scoop slam. Tried for it. Now we get a side effect. Jackie Havoc has an answer for everything that Sunny Octave is throwing at her. That's what I love about this women's division of NGW. Someone like Jackie Havoc can come from out of nowhere and instantly make themselves a big player. Just with a couple of key performances, DDT, and now it's Danielle Davis getting involved. As Jackie Havoc had another 3 count on Octave. Taste of your own medicine. What goes around comes around. I would like for nobody to interfere, though. Pope should definitely check Davis and Fox now. Arm drag by Sunny Octave. Women's champion going in for the kill. Gets a clothesline from the Punk Rocker. Big kick to the lower back. Not finished either. Into a front headlock. Modified single knee gut buster. Havoc finding it hard to continue. She's not used to going to war like this. Indian Deathlock. I can dig it. I can dig a good Indian Deathlock. Sunny Octave can't. Punch square to the face. Another single knee face breaker. Finds its way to the target. 1, 2. Jackie Havoc, we saw how resilient she was in that tag team match some weeks ago. And she's putting it on display once again here. Oh, and there it is! The blink of an eye! Suspended heartbreak! Thanks for coming, Jackie Havoc. See you bye. 1, 2, 3. Sunny Octave victorious. Despite the loss, Jackie Havoc once more with an admirable performance. But it's Sunny Octave who stands tall, guys, and this just in. General Manager Ken Donahue has told me that it'll happen next week here on NGW TV number 45. China Sage will get her shot at Sunny Octave for the NGW Women's Championship. That could completely just throw the title picture into disarray. Because right now we're thinking Octave's going to go to homebound as champion and defend against either Danielle Davis or Piper Fox. But now, what if China Sage wins the championship next week? Looking forward to that. Woo. Well, guys, thank you as always for tuning in and watching along with me. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. Do not forget, I'll be live tomorrow, regular time, for Supremacy and Aftermath. And Homecoming is this Sunday. Very much looking forward to that. I think the card should probably be up later tonight on the website if you guys want to do predictions, and then on Discord and everywhere else. Obviously, but also starting next week, guys, for NGW. When it returns to its usual time slot of Monday, much like Supremacy has Aftermath, NGW will be getting its own after show, if you will. Haven't decided on a name yet, but 3 bonus matches after the main card, so look forward to that as well. And you know the deal. If you want to join, communityuniverse.4motion.com is our website. Exclamation point join in the chat, as Bateman just so nicely put for you. Exclamation point Twitter, Discord, all that good stuff if you want to follow our social media. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your Thursday night. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.